All right, Jonas Correia, who fights your debut on Karate Combat Hollywood, January 24th. Are you excited? This is your first Karate Combat fight, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm very excited about it.
So, how has training been for something like this? It's obviously different than anything you've done before, right?
I'm sorry?
The training for the event, like it's different.
Yeah.
It's different than what you're used to.
No, it's not that different than I used to train for a couple of years. I was been training karate very hard and with more focus on with more contact, with full contact. You know, even like competing in semi-contact tournaments, I always been training like in a hard way.
Yeah, that's it's funny. I was just speaking with another competitor on the card, and they mentioned the same thing, that the force of impact is pretty much what you have to get used to, being able to hit a little harder than you're allowed to during like regular competition. You're coming out of Shotokan karate, right?
Yes, traditional Shotokan.
So you're being from Brazil. I have to ask, because usually when you hear somebody that fights professionally and they're from Brazil, a lot of people these days expect Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. What drew you to karate?
Yeah, everybody got surprised when I saw that I do karate and I don't do jiu-jitsu at all, and people always expecting that from Brazilian people. But I think Brazilian people are good at two things: for soccer or fighting. Doesn't matter what they do. Brazilian people they fight very well.
Well, I see a lot of Brazilian people in bull riding too. Actually, they just had the PBR in Madison Square Garden. It's the only reason why I bring it up. But that's a pretty popular sport there too, no?
I left Brazil 12 years ago. When I left Brazil, karate was not that popular. I think jiu-jitsu always been more popular because of UFC. But I think karate combat is gonna bring a new level of popularity now to karate. Because karate is have not been that popular since the beginning of UFC. It got a little better when little too much shit that show up.
Yeah.
You know, but now I think karate combat is gonna change that.
Yeah, I mean that seems to be the trend that I'm noticing since their first year. I was at the event they had in New York when they did the One World Trade Center. Does the unique environments that they choose to hold like you're fighting in Hollywood at the Avalon, is it something that makes you nervous? Just the fact that the way that they present the competitions?
Not really. I'm very confident about my training. I've been doing a good job during the training and the tournament. I think it's gonna be only another tournament for me.
So, like this being your day.
It's different. It's different when you have like only one fight. That is, you have only one chance to show what you're doing there. You know, but when you have more than one, when it's like an amateur tournament, then you know that you have more chance. You have more opportunities. So it's still different. But I've been doing okay, so I'm not nervous at all.
They already set up a profile for you on the website. I saw it. It has your technique listed. Your favorite technique is the reverse punch. Is that something that you see utilizing as far as like earning a finish in your debut match?
Yeah, I've been training a lot of reverse punch because it's one of the most important technique we use in Shotokan karate. But I think I have some other surprise to show in this event. Not only the reverse punch, but I would tell. I can't tell you right now exactly, but I'm sure there will be much more techniques, dangerous techniques I've been training, preparing for this fight.
Do you find yourself training like a takedown defense more as far as the throws and the trips that you've seen in the previous fights?
I'm sorry, I can't hear very well what you're saying.
In the first year of Karate Combat, the rule set that they have allows for like single leg takedowns and throws like that. Have you trained more for those in preparation for this?
I think I saw that my opponent was fighting. He practiced Sunstone, which is Chinese kickboxing, which is a mixing of kickboxing and wrestling. Mm-hmm. So I'm sure there will be some. He's gonna try to get close to me because he's shorter than me and he's gonna do some throws. So I think I'm preparing a lot for that. That's what I'm expecting for him.
Do you have a judo background too, though, don't you?
I'm sorry?
Did the profile, I think, on the karate.com said that you have a background in judo as well?
Yeah. I've been training judo for many years and also fought the same thing this guy been training also. But I've been practicing judo for many years, so throwing is not gonna be a surprise for me. I think I can avoid that very well.
What
I'm
about?
trying to keep the fight standing to make karate very clear in this fight.
What about the platform of fighting in the pit with the the angled walls and things like that? I mean, is that something you can train for in your dojo?
No, not really. I've been training in a very small space. But now about the angle, about the walls, I didn't worry about it. I didn't train nothing to protect myself from the walls, but about the space, I've been training in a very small space to get used to the limitations we have in the pit.
So obviously, it's your first time fighting for Karate Combat. Do you have any butterflies or nervousness getting ready to go to California?
No, not really. I think most of my when I get worried, it's more about the sleeping time because everybody gets some anxiety,
Yeah.
Everybody wants to fight. I want to fight. I want this moment to come. So sometimes you get not nervous because I'm very used to like fight and competing.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm more worried about the sleeping time, the schedule. To sleep well and do everything well, to rest. And sometimes when I go to Europe to compete in all the tournaments, I have a hard time to adapt to the sleeping time.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 3-hour difference. You're on the East Coast, right?
Yeah, that's the only thing I worry about. About the fights, and I'm very confident I'm gonna do a good job there.
Yeah, I mean it's only a 3-hour difference, so I think you can probably jog. I hear that if you do like jog around the block a few times, that can get rid of the jet lag and reset your circadian cycle. But I'm sure your coaches have better ideas than that. So with the time difference, obviously you're leaving the East Coast, so it's going to be better weather for you there. Is weight and everything on point for you for Thursday?
Well, I come from a very hot place in Brazil. So I'm already used to rainy weather, been living here for 12 years. And besides the sleeping time, there's nothing special about it. I think I'm adapted to any kind of weather. I'm okay with that.
How many times do you expect to fight? I mean, I know it's your first one with Karate Combat, but if things go well, I mean, they have plans to go to Japan and Latvia and different places all over the world. How many of those cards do you expect to be on?
I don't know. As much as they call me, I go to all of them. I'm 33 years old. I think I still have a lot of time to compete. Once I start getting too old and I think my body's not responding very well, so then I take a break and spend more time with my family.
Well, you're coming into Karate Combat at an interesting time because obviously they announced that they're going to have challenger matches and titles on the line for this year. Being that you're making your debut, how many fights do you think it'll take to get you in a conversation like that?
I don't know. This is something that I never thought about it because I'm more into Karate Combat because I like this challenge. I like the environment. I like it's a different thing. I never really thought about the title and how many fights I would have to do to get there. But I think this is something that's coming soon because they're already on the 5th event, and eventually people will want to see who's going to be the champion, and they're going to make things more exciting. And I'm sure we'll have a chance to get close to dispute for the belt. But I really never thought about it to this year.
Do you?
Actually, I just thought about it when I saw the poster, the announcement about the Golden Belt, but I never thought about it.
Okay. Do you find? I mean, you teach. I'm assuming you teach like everybody else that competes. They also teach. Do you find that attendance has increased since Karate Combat's been around and word got out that you're competing?
I'm sorry, I can understand the question.
Did-
Your voice is a little distortion.
Oh, sorry. Have you noticed your attendance in as far as your students? Like you teach karate, right?
Yes.
Have you noticed an increase in attendance since word got out that you're fighting and Karate Combat has come out?
Well, most of my students are kids, and I live in a Brazilian Portuguese community here in Newark, New Jersey, and they don't even know what's going on yet. But I've seen people that comes from another kind of public, like people who comes from jiu-jitsu and MMA. They like to watch this like full contact events. They know about Karate Combat now.
Yeah.
They know that is surprised about it because they never expect karate to be something like that. It could become like a professional event with knockout and stuff. But changing about like popularity karate for the more students, no, not yet. I think it's still too early to say that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure Karate Combat is going to make a big change in karate history.
Oh no, without a doubt. I think it's already kind of starting to happen because people definitely are aware of the promotion since their first year in. You said you're in Newark. I'm surprised. I'm in New Jersey too. I'm in central New Jersey, so I'm like 40 minutes away from you.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
That's
so that's good to know. It'll be nice to get away from this nasty weather we're getting. Hopefully you make it out there. I know we're expecting a storm. So are you leaving before you're leaving before Monday, I assume, right?
Yeah, my flight will be on Sunday, 3:45. It will be here at Newark Airport.
Okay.
I heard about the storm, but I don't know when exactly it's gonna be. It's gonna be Monday, right?
It's supposed to go through Sunday night, so I think you're just gonna I think you're gonna miss it though. I mean, it's supposed to be mostly South Jersey, so I think you're safe. But don't let it concern you or distract you. Your opponent. Do you know anything about your opponent as far as what discipline of karate he comes from?
Oh, I'm sorry. What was the question?
Your
What I
opponent.
think about my-
Your opponent. Yeah. Do you know what type of karate he's coming from?
Well, I don't know anything about this guy, Luis Diogo. I'm sure he's training very hard. I'm sure he's gonna be good enough to make a good fight. And like any Karate Combat fighter, he's good. But I'm been doing my job, training very hard. So let's see what happens.
Okay, and my last question, just so you can get ready. My last question is just is there anybody on the Karate Combat roster that you would like to face in the future?
Anybody in Karate Combat that I would fight in the future?
That you would want to, yeah.
I don't know. Whoever is ready to fight, I fight.
Okay.
I don't have a preference. There's nobody special.
Yeah, obviously you have to worry about the one that's coming up. So I appreciate your time, Jonas. Good luck to you. Karate Combat Thursday night at 7 o'clock California time, 10 o'clock East Coast time.